how's everyone doing today? I'm Andrea Bogart, and thanks for joining me for another 45-minute mindful yoga practice. Today is all about the joy. I want you guys to deeply connect to your sense of joy and energy and fun. So this practice will move pretty freely, and I want you to connect to that inner child inside of you. I think that always helps us feel more playful in our practice. So just allow yourself space to have fun, to grow. There's no right or wrong today. It's just about you, your breath, your mat, and this sense of free spirit and energy moving through your body and through your breath. All right? And I just want to let everyone know, for the sake of safety, I am at the end of my first trimester. I am pregnant. So I will be modifying some. I clearly won't be going into any kind of deep twist or anything like that. So if you'd like to do that today, please feel free to do that. And I will cue you so that you can, okay? All right, you guys, let's start on our backs this morning. And we're gonna draw the heels in towards your glutes. Let the arms fall out by your side. And I want you to just let the feet feel like they're starting that sense of rooting through the earth. The shoulder blades melting through the earth. And we're just starting to connect to our breath here. Full inhale through the nose. Open mouth, sigh it out. Few rounds of breath just like that. Full deep inhale. Once more. And then start to find your Ujjayi breath. So gently let the lips fall together. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And you can just continue to feel that rise and fall, connecting to your breath. You feel a gentle swirl at the back of your throat, so you're still feeling that richness. And then just release the arms up to a T. I'm going to take a very gentle, just rocking of the knees over to the right. Take an inhale, bring it back through center, and then just reverse. I like this one. Just start to loosen up the spine a little bit. Inhale back through center, one more time each side. And this is a nice safe twist for myself. If anyone else out there is pregnant, nice and gentle. Inhale right back up and over to the left. Back up through center. We're going to come squeeze the knees into the chest. We're going to take them out wide. So up in Malasana with a little wider stance here. Knees drawing towards the outer armpits. And then tailbone still dragging towards the earth and shoulders rooting down. That should feel really nice through your outer glutes. And just breathe it in here. Doing great, guys. Then release your right foot down, and we're going to float that left foot up into a half happy baby. Good. Roll the shoulders down your back still, so you feel them planting, just printing into your yoga mat. And then you can keep your right foot just as it is, stamp down, knee towards the sky, or you can let this knee drop out in sort of a Ardha Baddha Konasana. Just feel your hips getting a nice sensation of openness. And let your breath just feel like a dance today. Just flowing through your body, keeping your mind so present and connecting to that sense of just pure joy. We're going to bring that right knee back up, release your left foot down, and reverse. Right foot comes up. Outer edge of the heel, elbow on the inside, and again, your knee can stay straight up, or you can gently let that fall out for a little more opening through the hips. A few rounds of breath here. Moving so mindfully through your practice today, whatever sort of state you feel like you're in, just allowing yourself to modify as you need, challenge where you wish. Then we're going to release that right foot down, and then if your knee wasn't already open, let both knees fall open in our Supta Baddha Konasana. We're going to stretch the arms up overhead and release the hands and spin them away. And then you might feel a little shift side to side through the shoulders. That can feel really nice. And then gently use the knees, hug them back into the chest, wrap the arms around. Malasana, knee to chest pose. Little rock side to side, massaging out your spine. And then we're going to use some momentum here. Joyful, childlike, rocking forwards and back 2 or 3 times. And then just bring yourself all the way up to seated, sitting up nice and tall. Roll the shoulders down your back. Hands place on top of the knees, and then hands come to your heart center. And then drop your gaze closed or soften your eyes. And for a moment, just think of something that brings you so much joy. Just let that run like a flood of water into your body, through your heart, to your joints, your bones, your ligaments. See if we can bring joy to our entire state of being this morning, our entire physical self. And blink the eyes open. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, just like that. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Take a gentle twist so your left hand will come over your right knee. Right arm comes around. And for my sake, I just won't really rotate and push into this. But for all of you, I want you to feel that resistance on the outside of your right knee. Roll your opposite shoulder open, and your gaze might even drift over that shoulder. Breathe into that. I'm going to feel that lift and lengthen from the root of your spine. Good, and we'll just switch. Right hand comes to the outer edge of that left knee, and then rotate the heart open towards the left. And then unravel. Beautiful. And then hinge your heart forward. And like this one, I think it feels like I'm making a smoothie. So that can feel really childlike, if you will. Take a few circles around here. And then reverse. Maybe you're making a bowl of soup. Whatever it is. Good. Come right back up through neutral. Roll the shoulders down the back. Take an interlace of your hands behind your low spine. If that's too tight, you can always use a sock, a towel, a strap, whatever you might have at home, or if you're traveling in your hotel room. Roll your shoulders down your back. The interlace for your hands, if it's there, you might lift the knuckles slightly off the earth, whether you're holding the interlace of the fingers or a strap. And then maybe just start to take your gaze slightly up. Feel the heart open more, creating more joy, more space, more openness. And gently bring your gaze back through neutral. Release the hands. Just give the shoulders a little shake out. Beautiful. And then swing the legs around you. We'll find our way into all fours. Stack the shoulders over the wrists and the hips over the knees. And we're going to slide our right foot straight back behind us. Spin that outer heel down. Left hand is down, left shoulder is aligned, and now peel your right hip, point right arm up to the sky. If you want a little more here, you can rotate the top arm up and over the ear and maybe elevate your back leg. Feel the expansion as you breathe into your body. Good. Release that foot down, arm up to the sky, and just take some arm circles. Backwards and forwards. Good, and then we'll reverse to the other side. I'll switch myself around so I don't turn my back to you. Extend your left foot straight back behind you. Spin the outer heel down. Peel your left hip, point left arm up to the sky. Breathe into that. If you feel really unstable, you can always use your bottom toes as a little kickstand. It's like extra support there, tucking the toes. If you want to take that deeper intensity, arm up over the ear and elevate the legs straight out from the hip. Our belly's drawing in towards our spine. And just feel how much space you're creating in your body. Release the foot down and take some arm circles back. Loosening up our shoulder joint. Good, and then I'm going to spin myself back around, come back into all fours, and just start to give those hips a little sway side to side. Beautiful. And then take the knees wide apart, draw the sit bones back for child's pose, extend the arms forward. Forehead kisses the earth here, if that's available. If it's not, and you don't have any props, you could use your hands, stacking them up like fists on top of fist, as if you had a block here, or if you had a rolled up towel, things like that that could support you. Reminding ourselves child's pose is a great place to come at any point during the practice should you need it for a rest. Tuck your toes. Let's head into our first downward facing dog. Inhale, both heels up nice and high. Drop both heels to the left. Keep equal pressure through your palms. Feel your right side body getting more spacious. Inhale, both heels up high. Reverse. Should feel like you're in a toe to heel stance here. Left side body getting more space. Inhale, both heels up high. Bend the knees really deep. Let the knees hover off the earth and the chest press back. Straighten back up through the legs. Inhale. Exhale, roll those heels down to the earth. Find a couple moments of stillness here. If you're really tight through your back or your hamstrings, you could add a deeper, wider stance and a little bend in the knees. Otherwise, think we're about hip distance apart. That should feel pretty natural, pretty organic. Hopefully, it may not for everyone. Then inhale forward to plank. We're going to play with a moment of superhero time. Separate your feet a little bit wider and elevate your right toes off the mat. That might be enough. If you want to add your left arm, you can walk your left fingertips forward, maybe add your left arm. Superman, superwoman, all of you out there. Reverse, left toes lift. Maybe walk your right fingertips forward. You might add that arm. Good. Release that down. Let go of whatever that was or wasn't. Shift it up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank, top of a push-up. Release your knees down. We're going to take 3 Chaturanga Push-Ups. Lower halfway and press up. Lower down and press up. Once more, lower down and press up. This one we'll take all the way to our belly, all the way down. Chest releases to the floor. Uncurl the toes. And then you're going to slide your arms up into Sphinx pose. Roll the shoulders down your back. Take a peek over your left shoulder. Reverse all the way over the right shoulder. Right back down the middle. We're going to warm up our quad and our hamstring a little bit. So draw your right heel in towards your glute. You can take your left arm and make it parallel to the top of your mat. And now sweep back to find that right ankle with your right arm. This might be enough. If you want to grab the inside of the ankle and pull it in towards that outer glute, that's a nice, safe way to really stretch the top front part of your quad. Breathe into that here. Whew. I feel that. Do you guys feel that? I'm sending some joy right into that quad. One more breath. Release that down and we'll switch. So right arm comes across, parallel to the front of the mat. Left foot comes in. And then gently take that stretch as deep as you want in your quad. Breathe into that. And we're pressing through this forearm so you're not slunking down in the shoulder, but there's some resistance there against the mat. Good, release that down. Bring your hands next to your ribs. Press up, Bhujangasana. Press through the palms, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, release it down. Again, baby cobra. Span your toes out wide. Feel your tailbone lengthen towards your heels. Exhale, release it down. This time, one more baby cobra. If it's okay for you, press into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Your thighs are traditionally lifted. If you need to modify like I may do throughout, you can release your knees, that's okay. Use your hips, send it back, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. One more breath here. Let's move through a fluid vinyasa, modifying as you need. Inhale, forward to plank, shoulder shift over the wrist. Bend the arms, lower halfway down. Roll over your toes to cobra or upward facing dog. Use your hips, lift it, send it back over the toes to downward facing dog. 3 breaths. And then let's move. Inhale, heels up high. Bend your knees, empty out the breath. Walk this first one. Right foot, left foot up to the mat. Hip distance apart. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold in. Bend your left knee a little deeper. Left fingertips down. Peel right arm up to the sky. And exhale. Reverse. Right fingertips down. Right knee bends. Left arm up. Again, that's another open twist for me, so that's safe. Bend the knees, draw the navel in, roll it up slow, vertebra by vertebra. Head is the last thing to arrive. Roll the shoulders down your back. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Bend the knees, goalpost the arms, draw the shoulder blades down your back, open the collarbones. Inhale, sweep it back up. Exhale once more, bend the knees, drop the sit bones. Open up the chest. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, lift your heart halfway. Exhale, fold. Right foot steps way back into a low lunge. Release that right knee down to the earth. Take both hands to the inside of that left foot. And then just create some motion here with your hips. Just loosening up through our hips and a gentle lizard pose. And then take the other way. Good. And then right hand stays down, left arm up to the sky for a low twisting lunge. I'm nice and wide here. If you want to grab another stretch through your hamstring and quad, draw the heel in towards your glutes, sweep back, find that foot. My chest is really open here. If you can't quite reach the foot, bring your hand to your hip and just use the own strength of your hamstring to draw that heel in. That's it. Nice work. Release that down and then bring your foot back to the midline. Retuck your back toes. For a beat, I want you to see if you can hover the arms along your side body, heart forward. Buoyancy, lifting away from the earth. Release the hands down. We're going to sweep our left leg up and back to three-legged dog. Open up that hip. Draw the heel towards your bum. Maybe circle the knee around. Extend that leg and square out through the hips. Hold it here. Let your right heel descend towards the earth and just feel what you're feeling, what is arriving, what sensations do you notice in the body. Can we meet it with some grace, some love, some joy? Release that foot down. Inhale, forward to plank. Take it through your variation of the Chaturanga. I'm going to use my knees this time. Lower down. Pull your heart through to cobra or up dog. Send it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, bend the knees, step left foot, right foot forward. Inhale, lift your heart halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your left knee, left fingertips down, right arm up to the sky. We've been here before, big breath. Release that down, reverse. Right knee bends, left arm up. Exhale, release it down. Bend the knees a little deeper. This time, interlace both hands behind your spine. Roll the shoulders up and over.
Feel that energetic lift from the feet, inner arches, head maybe gets a little gentle shake out. Release the hands down, draw the navel in, bend the knees, roll it up.
Shoulders, head, last thing to arrive. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Bend the knees, goalpost the arms, open up the chest. Inhale. Once more, bend the knees, goalpost the arms. Inhale, sweep it high. Exhale, fold forward.
Inhale, lift your heart halfway. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps way back this time, low lunge. Release that left knee down. Toe heel the right foot to the outer edge so both hands come to the inside. And then just start to move the hips around. It feels a little funky. It does. That's okay. Again, we're kids again today, right? Things feel funny when we try them for the first time, don't they? Good, breathe in. I hope you guys are with me along this ride today. Circle the hips. Good. Release that down. And now left heel comes in towards your glute, right arm up to the sky. We're open pretty wide here. You have that option to hook the foot if that's available, or bring your right hand to your hip. I'm rolling that right shoulder open. You can even create a little upper back bend there if that feels good. Nice fluid inhales and exhales. Beautiful job. Both hands come down, bring that foot back to the midline, retuck your back toes, fly that left knee off the mat, sweep the arms along your side body. Long neck spine here. We're lifting our tummy as much as we can off your thigh. Release the fingertips down, plant the hands, and now right foot sweeps up and back. Open up that hip, draw the right heel towards your bum, and then option is yours to circle that knee around one way and maybe the other. Extend the right leg back. We have a longer hold here. Let your left heels descend towards the earth. Your hips are neutral. Pressing the earth away, wrapping the upper outer arms in, belly drawing in towards your spine. Gently release your foot down, inhale forward to plank, top of a push-up. Chaturangas aren't your thing, you can always hold your plank. Lower down or hold your plank. Pull your heart through to cobra or up dog. Send it back, downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. 3 breaths here. I'm finding it harder to stay connected to my Ujjayi breath today, so if you are in that same position for any reason, just keep breathing. In through your nose and out through your mouth works just as well. Our Ujjayi breath is just a really nice, powerful breath to give more space, more length in our breath. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, draw it in, knee to nose. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, lightly step it through. Spin your back heel down, rise up, warrior one. Gonna interlace the hands behind your low back, roll the shoulders back, lift your heart, take humble warrior. Right shoulder dips inside the right knee, arms roll up and over. Keep drawing your right hip behind your right knee. Inhale, release, sweep it all the way back up. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Pause here. Bring both hands back to the inside. And now start to walk your right toes towards the side of your mat. Spin your back heel down and now press up here. Right hip firing towards the sky. Beautiful, one more breath. Gorgeous, right hand comes down, slide it back, high plank, take it through your vinyasa. Send it back, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, draw in, knee to nose. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, step it through, warrior one. Back heel spins down, heel to arch alignment, arms sweep high. Find that sense of ease within our effort. Roll the shoulders back, lift your heart. Open up the chest again here. Humble warrior, right shoulder dips inside the right knee, crown of the head towards the earth. Good, look at your back foot here, so make sure you're lifting through that inner arch, firming through your outer ankle. Inhale, sweep it back up high. And then exhale, hands down to the mat. Start to walk your left toes all the way so you're right at the edge of the middle of your mat. Spin your back heel down and then peel your left arm up. Feel this left hip really press to the sky. Good, left hand comes down, take it back to high plank and either through your vinyasa or be willing to skip it. Send it back, downward facing dog. Nice work, you guys. Inhale, both heels up high. Bend the knees, empty out the breath. Lightly walk or float, feet to hands. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees and sweep the arms high for Utkatasana, chair pose. Traditionally, your feet and knees are together. If you're pregnant or you have a sticky low back, a little more space between the feet, it's going to serve you well. Breathe here. Feel your tailbone nice and weighted towards your heels. Building strength and stamina as we allow our mind, body, spirit connection to work so beautifully together. Last 3 breaths. You got this. Maybe sit a little deeper. Rise all the way up to stand. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Beautiful. We're going to take Berkshire tree pose. Root down through your right foot. And then open up through your left toes. Feel this supporting leg, rooting and grounding. Layer 1 is just allowing a kickstand right here. If you know you're really unstable and you might need some balance support, come to a wall on this part. Okay, and that's no judgment again, right? Just knowing where you're at. If you want to slide it up to your inner calf, that's there for you, or above the knee into that inner thigh. Good. Hands at your heart center, or you can start to find that full expression, reaching your branches up, expanding. Feel your supporting leg, that hip hugging in. One more breath. Good, we're going to bring that knee forward and hug it into our chest. Give it a little tight squeeze here. Good, from here we're going to send it back into a crescent lunge. So take your left foot, send it way back into a high crescent lunge, sweep the arms up. Good, we made it. Smooth transitions, huh? One more breath here. Good, and then we're going to open up the arms to a T. We're going to take flight. Might be one of the only ones you take this year. I might have used that joke already, but it doesn't get old for me right now. We're going to hinge that heart forward, airplane arms. Start to drag the foot up until you find your warrior 3. I think for most of us, perhaps our 2020 has been a year of less travel. It certainly has for me and my family. So I'm just going to enjoy this flight right now. One more breath. And as we bring the knee back up to the chest, can we kick that leg out for 3, 2,
1. Release that down, hands to your heart center. We'll take that all on the opposite side. Give your right foot a little kickstand out and then decide, is that foot sliding below the knee or above the knee, high to that inner thigh? Hands at your heart center for Berkshire tree pose on our left side. Fully expanding your branches if that's available for you. Just feel the strength of being rooted through the earth and expansion as we elevate up through the crown of our head. And then we gently bring that knee into the chest, give it a squeeze. Send it back into our high crescent moon lunge. Back heel stays lifted, arms extend and reach. Staying so connected to that Ujjayi breath. Just finding that sense of peace, connected to our joy, our happy vibes. Send the arms out for those airplane arms. Tilt your chest forward and up we go, left side. Keeping that right pinky toe angling towards the earth so the hips stay nice and neutral. Beautiful flight here. Looking down below, seeing what you see. And then gently bring the knee up to the chest. Can we kick it out again for 3, 2, 1. Release it down, hands to heart center. Nice work, you guys. Step out now to a wide-legged straddle. Toes are parallel to the long edge of your mat. Hands come to the hips. Let's take a deep inhale, extend through the spine. Take the arms out and fold halfway. Pause here. Right hand's gonna come down, sort of in front of your right shoulder. Left hand sweeps under and through to the right shin. And then I'm gonna modify and stay right here, but to twist deeper, continue to rotate the heart through, and now you're peeking underneath that right arm. So you can modify and stay with me. I can really get into that upper thoracic. Few breaths right here. And then gently bring your left hand back down. Both toes are going to turn out now. Left knee is going to bend deep into Skandasana. Slide all the way over onto that heel. Right leg is nice and long. Flex the toes. Getting a stretch to that inner thigh. We want a little bit more. Bring your hands to your heart center. Less, keep the hands down. One more breath here. Oh, nice deep inner groin stretch here. It feels so good. Then come up through center, turn the toes back, forward. And now left hand stays down. Weave your right arm through to the front of your left shin. Continue to rotate that heart through if that feels good. Or just back off a little bit like I am if you need to. We're hugging in through those outer hips still, firming through your outer ankles as you lift in your inner arches. Full cycles of breath. And then right hand comes down. Turn both toes out again and we dip into Skandasana right side. Good. And I'm using my hands kind of as a counterbalance. Again, more intensity can bring your hands to your heart center. You want to feel a sense of lifting away from the floor even though we're really deep into this lunge here. Beautiful work, you guys. So nice. Hands come back down, come back through the middle, rotate your toes back forward. I used my hands as a helper there. And then let's walk the hands all the way through. Roll the shoulders. You're lifting the shoulder heads away from the floor. And I'm not going to do an inversion today, but if you wanted to, this would be a great place to add a little headstand. You could do the setup as I have it and just lower the head to the earth, float the legs out to the side. Or you could grab that interlace of the hands, place your head down like you're cupping the back of your head, and then float the legs up. Otherwise, you can just hang out right here with me. Breathing into this space, getting a nice deep stretch along the back of the legs. Maybe feeling that weight roll a little bit more to your toes. Good, let's inhale, walk the hands out. Take an exhale, let it go.
Inhale all the way back up to stand. Great job. Walk that right foot back to the front edge of your mat, and then we'll take Malasana, deep yogi squat. Drop the sit bones nice and low. And you know what? I'm going to back up a little bit because I know we're going to move forward. Come into your Malasana. Again, feeling that buoyancy away from the earth. I love Malasana. I actually really try to incorporate it into almost every practice. It's certainly known to be a lost posture in our Western culture, but if you're practicing yoga with me, it is not lost. It's a great, just full body stretch, really, in your hip sockets, strengthening the legs. And again, if you would need any kind of modification, you could always sit on a bolster or a block or a rolled up sweatshirt here. And then I'm going to give you an option. You can stay right here in your Malasana, your yogi squat, or you can play into a baby crow, and it is cute as a button. You're going to place your forearms down on the ground, okay? Walk your toes back a little bit here, and then your knees crawl high into the bridge of the elbows. And it feels like your face is going to hit the floor, but it doesn't have to. And it's just a cute little tiny baby crow on your forearms. Good. Was I right? I mean, it's pretty adorable. And it's also challenging, so it adds a little strength balance there. Strength challenge, rather. Nice job, everybody. Bring the hands down. Just start to walk your way back into your downward facing dog. Pedal the legs out a little bit. And then find that home base. And let's take a deep inhale and sigh it heavy out. Beautiful. Now we're going to transition from fallen triangle into single pigeon. So take your right leg up with me. Bring it across to your left elbow. I'm going to send that foot out to the side. Stay here if you're modifying. If you want to head a little deeper to fallen triangle, release your back heel down. Use that as stability as you peel the left arm up. I'm going to stay in a side body stretch here, but if you wanted a bigger back bend, you could take the arm up over the ear and really open the heart towards the ceiling. Good. Left hand comes down. We're going to slide right into single pigeon. Bring that right knee all the way across your mat. Make sure it's outside your hip. And then use your left toes to back into it a bit. We're going to stay up nice and high today. By all means, if you want to fold forward, that option is there for you. But I'm going to invite you just to lengthen up through your vertebrae. Roll the shoulders down your back. And if you need any extra support, rolling up a towel underneath your right bum cheek would be really supportive. One more breath here. Oh, I hear a little munchkin. We might have a visitor. One more breath here. Good, and then I'm going to give you an option here. Slide onto your right sit bone here, and we're going to bring this left leg forward into double pigeon. So left ankle is going to stack right on top of the right knee, and then walk your right toes forward. So ideally, you want to feel like you're stacking knee and ankle on top of each other. Flex the toes as much as you can to help not sickle that foot. And for me, this is super intense through your outer hips. It's tight. Just find a few breaths right here. Once more. Beautiful. Gently unravel the legs. Like to lift those legs off. Swing that right leg back around. Swing your left around. Come back into your downward facing dog. We'll head into that left side. Take your left leg up. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it across right elbow. Send it out towards the side. Spin your back heel down. Option to stay here. Or pop that right hip, right elbow up. Right hand to the sky. This is a great way, if you are pregnant, to strengthen the obliques. And even if you're not, you can stay here rather than flipping it over into that big back bend. Just options. Good. Right hand comes down. We slide into single pigeon. Left knee slides across the mat. I put that knee down and I use my back toes to kind of back my way into it. Beautiful work, you guys.
Finding that single pigeon that feels great in your body. Again, if there's any tension building or prickly heat in your front knee, you want to come to thread the needle on your back. We don't want prickly heat. A little bit of challenge is good, but really learning the difference between where our bodies are being pushed into stress and strain that's not good versus just a challenge and a deeper stretch. And the more we meet each other on our mats, meet ourselves on our mats, the more we learn that. And just noticing again your sensations that arrive, sending some love and joy into our bodies, especially in those areas that feel tender, that feel like there's a little rigidness there. As we come out of this, shift onto your left sit bone again, sweep the leg all the way around, stack your right ankle on top of your left. And you kind of might have to adjust your sit bones here and walk your left, your bottom foot forward. So again, think knee and ankles stacked. Flex the toes. And just breathe here, keep it simple. Really sending some good energy into our hips. They do a lot for us, you know? Our legs, our entire body, the things we are capable of. Such great work. Gently release that right leg off, release your left leg, give your legs a gentle shake out, shuffle your hips back, flex the toes, sweep the arms high, Paschimottanasana. You can start to lengthen vertebra by vertebra all the way forward. If this feels really stressful on your low back or in your hamstrings, roll up a towel or even take your mat and just sort of tuck it underneath your bum here and find a little bit of elevation. I'm not going to do it, but that was just a demonstration of what you could do, only because I'm very flexible here, so I just want to make sure I don't overstretch in any way. So just fold it forward. And again, if it just feels like this is happening, that is okay. But what we want to do is stretch the back of the leg. So elevating the sit bones could be really helpful for you there. And non-judgment, right? Letting go of what we think things are supposed to look like. We can see them in our mind's eye. We can love the way we see them on other bodies. We can be inspired. And we can really honor and cherish what our bodies can do for us. That feels good. Just absorb that for a minute. And gently roll yourself up from this. We'll scooch our bottoms forward, make your way down to your back vertebra by vertebra. And then we'll come into a bridge pose. So heels, hip distance apart, fingers dusting those heels. And then gently start to press your pelvis up towards the sky. Snuggle your shoulder blades under you. You can keep reaching for your heels here, or you can interlace the hands beneath you. The more you interlace, probably the deeper you can roll those biceps under too. And just feel your inner thighs spinning down towards the earth. And if you wanted to add a leg lift here, you could. Right leg up. A little more intensity. Left leg up. Release that down. Slowly, mindfully release it all the way down. Let your knees come into each other for a beat. Bring your hand and your heart up to your belly. Sorry, your hand to your heart, your hand to your belly. Take a deep breath in. Reconnect to another joyful thought. Blink the eyes open, separate the knees and come up into happy baby. Grab onto the outer edges of the heels, elbows on the inside. A little movement side to side if that feels good. And if this is really tight too, you could always use a strap here. You would lay it across the top of your feet and hold the straps along the sides here.
So just know there's lots of options with props. And if you have, I need to bring my prop party back to the practice too. Things have been in storage. But if you have props, it's always great to have them handy and nearby. If you want to straighten out one leg at a time, you can do that. If it feels good to take them both out, you can hook the big toes. Then gently hug those knees back into your chest. Good. And then one more supine twist. Bring your arms out to a T. Let the shoulder blades root down. I'm going to give you two options. You can cross your right thigh over your left, shift your hips and drop the knees. Or if you want a little less intensity like I do, I'm going to stack my knees on top of each other and then drop the knees over. Your gaze might drift over your right hand. Inhale, come back through center, and then reverse. Either left thigh crosses tightly over the right, or knee on top of knee and stack. Maybe your gaze floats over your left hand. Inhale, come back through center. Gently just start to work your way into Shavasana, your most relaxed place. That might mean the legs aren't extended. You might bend your legs. You might roll a towel up underneath your neck or the backs of your knees. But find that place where you can truly let your body melt through the earth. You can surrender fully, mind, body, spirit. And just allow all the joy that you cultivated during this practice to wash over you so lovingly into a space that allows you to just receive, absorb. Shavasana. You're welcome to stay in your Shavasana as long as you like. If you're ready to join me and close out the practice together, just start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to deepen the breath, reawaken the body. You might stretch the arms overhead, draw the heels towards your glutes and make your way to your right side. Take a moment just to honor the joy in you. The joy that fully exists in each and every one of us. And sometimes it just takes intention and purpose and motivation to reveal our joy. Gently press yourself all the way back up to seated. Close down the eyes. Together, let's take one last deep inhale and sigh it heavy out. Place one hand on your heart and the other hand on top of that, and for a moment, just feel your beating heart. Feel the energy that you created. The joy that truly lives with each and every one of us. I hope this practice has elevated your joy in some way. Bring your hands to your heart and then up to your forehead, your third eye, back to your lips and to your heart. Shining our light through our yoga and what we think, what we say, and what we do. It is my honor and my privilege to share this practice with each and every one of you. Hope you guys have a really joyful rest of your day. Namaste.